Want something to play with a friend sat beside you? Here are 10 of the best couch co-op games you can play on PC. Online games are great. All your friends across the world playing the same game without ever having to leave the comfort of your home. But sometimes being together is just better. We want to see the anguish on their face firsthand as we chuck them off a cliff. We want to hear the unfiltered shouts of frustration. And we want to be able to give them a lovable shove when they screw us over for the 15th time. And with that in mind, we have 10 games you can play in person with one or more friends. Well, actually, we had far more than 10, so there's a whole other video with some other options at the link. And before we settle into the butt impression we've made on our couch, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And hit the notification bell so you never miss our uploads. It's what friends are for. Here are 10 couch co-op games that you can play side by side with a buddy. Physics games. The ones where just walking or pressing a button is near impossible, and yet we can't help but be drawn to them time and time again, thinking that this time we might be able to open a door or scale a tiny incline. With a friend struggling by your side, however, you won't feel so bad when you just slide pathetically off the side of a cliff instead. In Human Fall Flat, you'll be doing all of the above, mainly the falling, as you try to get through this puzzle platformer. You'll cooperatively wobble through each level, solving things in any way you can, flailing limbs in all directions to push, pull, and drag your way to victory. Each section needs you to work together, which leaves lots of opportunity for despair as your friend struggles to climb a train that you got onto 10 minutes ago. Just watch Matt and Louise's Let's Play for some hat-pulling moments of mayhem. Oh dear. I can feel the despair through the screen. You can't see me right now, and that's probably for the best because I'm drooling like a hungry Great Dane over this next game. I mean, delicious is in the title. Cook Serve Delicious 3 allows all my kitchen dreams to come true, in that not only can I cobble together a tasty bowl of cereal, but that I can make a delectable croque monsieur, comforting fried chicken, and even tasty plates of whatever this is. But what's even more satisfying is making those meals with a friend. In a post-apocalyptic America, you travel the land together in a food van, handing out meals of crab legs and blancmange, cooking up a storm and a friendship. Although, when a sous chef's order goes wrong, that might all be tested. Do I really have to watch your cooking as well as mine? Oh, I was the one that gave them pickles when they're allergic. Oops, I've suddenly lost my appetite.
Don't worry. There are always hungry people out there.
Friendships are bound to be tested at one point or another. And for most people, that moment comes during a second of betrayal during a co-op game, where they leave you struggling with one end of a heavy sofa while they chase a chicken around. Although in this scenario, it was me chasing said bird. Louise will probably forgive me. In moving out, you need to work together with up to 4 friends, taking apart the inside of a house and loading it onto a truck. But it's not a game about slowly inching that antique Chesterfield through a doorframe. Instead, you can chuck stuff through windows, drag it across lawns, and generally do whatever it takes to get every item from inside the house to inside your van. It's a physics-based party game that adds new horrors to the stress of moving. You can shout instructions if you're organized, but mainly it'll just be you and a bunch of friends scattered across whatever destination you find yourself, each trying to follow their own plan. Just like moving in real life. Is that my favorite? Guys? Cool. I'm sure I can find another one. They say you should never work with animals, or children, or falling dynamite. Well, in Disobedient Sheep, you'll work with at least 2 of those. As a pair of adorable dogs with jobs, you take to the field and herd precious sheep to safety. Seems simple enough. But as anyone who's worked with the fluffy, cloud-like creatures will know, getting from field A to field B is a lot harder than it sounds. Add the cartoon effect of falling anvils and rogue sticks of dynamite into the mix, and suddenly you have a whole other level of challenge. You can team up with a friend to guide your woolly wards, or make things much more fun by working against each other. Either way, you'll soon discover that running doggy head first into a herd to send sheep scattering is immensely fun. Just try not to steer your animals into the oncoming danger. Oh dear, I'm sure they're fine. The wool probably cushioned the blast. If sheep wrangling isn't your liking, then being an adorable robot is the natural alternative, because everyone likes to be an adorable robot. Come on, just look at them. The main premise of this puzzle-solving adventure is that you can only move your little legs one at a time. Left mouse click for left leg, right mouse click, you guessed it, for right leg. That may seem hard at first, but soon you'll be scampering into all sorts of trouble. With your blue or pink friend, you need to take it one step at a time and work together to get to the next section. Of course, you can also just steer into each other to make the robots grumpy emote, but eventually you will have to work as a team. From rolling cylinders that only allow one person to move at a time, to seesaws that need precise steps lest you send your friend flying. There's always a need to collaborate. Okay, you can throw them off once or twice. It's funny because it's not you. Imagine, if you will, a neon future where sentient cacti, fluffy aliens, and humans battle it out for the entertainment of a live studio audience. Well, that's hot shot burn, and it is absurd, addictive fun. This local party shooter is as bright as it is fast. Up to 4 players can join with unique weapons and abilities assigned to each character. Spike shooting, bubble blowing, and speed running are just some of the varied things your hero can bring to the arena, and some of the things you'll grow to resent. If Dr. Pickle kills me with those spikes one more time, I'm going to smash the next succulent I see. Okay, breathe. But no matter how many times your head is lopped off or your body falls into a pile of meaty pieces, you'll reform and be ready to fight again. There are a bunch of different stadiums to play in, but all you'll really care about is seeking out whoever shot you last and hitting them with a brilliantly timed blow. Get on my ornamental cactus shelf, Dr. Pickles.
Oh, I'll never get tired of watching that.
If you are yet to be wrapped up in the adorableness that is Yanni's adventure through Unravel, well, let me weave a tale for you. Unlike many of our previous competitive titles, Unravel 2 will bring you and a friend together, metaphorically and literally, as you are joined together by magical string. Every beautifully constructed level has you working as a team to help one another continue forward on your quest. You'll swing through lush forests, scale buildings and urban sprawls, and escape fiery dangers. But don't worry, the yarns will be okay. They're in your hands, and nobody gets left behind. These cute creations can convince even the coldest of hearts to grow attached to a digital ball of yarn, and maybe get you through one co-op experience without shouting at your friend. Keep your voice down. You don't want to upset the yarns. If, however, you need a break from pure friendship to beat your pal with a spear, then Stick Fight is the game for you. Who'd have thought that simplistic stick people battering each other to death would be so utterly compelling? Each level you fall into is totally different, with lots of physics-based fun to be had as you balance on falling boxes or run along moving platforms. Weapons randomly appear, including the infamous snake gun which dominated/ruined most of our Let's Plays. And part of the job comes from working out what each weapon does. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and use your colourful fists. Each time you respawn, the winner wears a crown, so you know exactly who to target with your snake-based revenge. Soon, hours will have passed and you are still no closer to finding a winner as you decide on just one more match to settle it. Best out of 300? We all love the idea of pulling off a daring heist with a friend. Your ride or die, the person you'd ring with your one phone call. Well, a way out is your chance to sit down together and pull off a great escape of your very own. As two prisoners, you meet in the yard during a fight and hatch a plan to get the hell out of Dodge. It won't be easy, but with someone you trust looking for guards while you crawl around on rooftops and beyond, it might just work. Much like the characters, you're bound to have differing ideas of what to do in each sticky situation, but you'll need to set those aside to make the most of your one shot at freedom. It's not a party game to play while shoveling popcorn into your mouth, but if you're looking to fill a day rather than an evening, A Way Out is a collaborative experience unlike any other.
Some birds aren't meant to be caged.
Sorry, that's popcorn. The fists are back, the 90s beats are back, and your friends will keep coming back to punch their way through Streets of Rage 4. You and up to 4 fighters can take back the city one criminal at a time, cleaning up the beautiful hand-drawn alleys as you do. It's an arcade beat-em-up that stays true to what everyone loved about the original series, while updating the fighting into a new era of explosive, special move-packed action. By teaming up, you can complete the comic book story, destroying boss after boss, or pit your bruisers against each other to see who's really the best. It can get a little chaotic as your friends swing punches left and right and reprobates are thrown from one side of the screen to the other, but that's exactly how it should be. Just dive into the fray and land as many hits as you can. Whoa, does that guy have a knife? Best hope my guitar can beat that. So, those are 10 of the best games to sit down and enjoy with a friend beside you. Let us know what games you love to play with buddies in the comments below, and if you enjoyed, give this video a like. And for more friend-based features, why not subscribe to the channel? And if you do already subscribe, then welcome back, old pal. Why not hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload?